Hi guys, thanks for joining me today for some moments of mindfulness. Today we're going to continue to talk about what it means to pay it forward. But first, let's do our core practice. Now remember, when you're doing your core practice, the idea is to focus on your breath. If you find that you notice that there are a lot of different thoughts going on in your brain while you're trying to do the core practice, that's completely normal. And every time you notice that you've gotten distracted, you are being mindful, because being mindful is all about noticing what's going on in your mind. So when you notice that you have become distracted and your mind has started to think about something else, all you have to do is go back to focusing on the breath. Now, some days it's really hard to concentrate and our minds are going all different directions. On those days, I like to think to myself, breathing in, breathing out. You can use whatever strategy works for you. All right, let's give it a shot. All right, let's do the core practice. Go ahead and sit up with a straight back so that your lungs are able to fully expand. Settle your hands so that they're still. Close your eyes or pick a point on the floor to focus on. When you hear the chime, listen to the chime as long as you can, and then focus on your breath. If you notice that you get distracted, just go back to focusing on your breath. Remember, you can always think to yourself, breathing in, breathing out, if you're having one of those days where it's difficult to focus. All right, let's get started. Okay, so I'd like to talk some more about acts of kindness. Random acts of kindness are a great way to pay it forward. Those are the types of actions that you can do at any time without any prior preparation, without making a plan. When you notice that there's something that you can do to help somebody or our world, then you can just do it. You can just pick up that trash, or you can smile at someone that looks like they might be having a bad day. That is a great way to pay it forward. Want to know a different one? Another great strategy for paying it forward is to do a little planning. I want you to think about sitting in a dark room. And now I want you to imagine that one person turned on a flashlight. I want you to picture what that looks like. Now, I want you to picture what would happen if every single person turned on a flashlight. What would that look like? It would be a lot brighter, wouldn't it? Now I want you to think, what if everybody in the room pointed their flashlight a different direction? The room will still be more lit than if one person shines a flashlight, right? But what if everybody shined their flashlight in the same spot? Can you picture how bright that would be? Well, that is what it's like when we work together to perform acts of kindness. So let's take, for instance, that you and your classmates or you and your friends get together and think about how to make a difference for someone. That's an even stronger and more powerful act than a random act of kindness that you do at the spur of the moment. Both are absolutely wonderful. But when we work together, we shine an even brighter light and we spread even more kindness. So I have a challenge for you. I'd like for you to start thinking about ways that you can work together with your friends or your family or your classmates to make a bigger difference for someone. I want you to think about, start to notice as you go through your day, what ways you might be able to combine efforts and make a really big impact. Let me give you some examples of what I mean. Some kids decide to get together with the whole class and take 10 minutes to go outside and pick up all the litter that they see. That makes a pretty big impact, and when you work together, you're able to pick up a lot more trash than if you just randomly pick it up yourself, right? So that's a great thing to do. Some people get together and think, how can we help the animal shelter? I could take all of the extra blankets that I have to the animal shelter for the animals, and that's a great thing to do. But what if I worked with my friends in my community and we all worked together blankets for the animal shelter? Wow, what a big impact that would make. And finally, another thing that you can do is notice someone around your community or around your school that maybe is having a hard time. And think about how you could work with your friends, your family, or your classmates to make a big difference to that person. Maybe it looks like everybody writing a thank you note to that person. Maybe it looks like gathering things that that person might need. That's the beauty of working with other people. When you get together with your classmates or your friends or your family and you start to brainstorm ways to help, you guys will do something that's called synergy. Your synergy will enact and you will start to build off of each other's ideas, and the ideas will be even better the more you work together. Doesn't that sound cool? Okay, so here's your challenge today. I want you to go ahead and write about some ideas that you might do to make a big impact, to make a big act of kindness. What might you do? Who might you work with? How might you brainstorm? Who might need a little help? Maybe it's a place, maybe it's a group of people, or maybe it's one person. Just brainstorm all the things that you can think of, all the ways that you can think of to shine a really bright light on our world. All right. Thank you for joining me today. I hope that until next time, you lead your best life, find your bliss, and pay it forward.